America's rational victory in World War II was dismantled by the Kennedy assassination. Till that time, despite reasonable questions about the judgment being exercised by the imperial empire of America about such things as the development of atomic energy, there were rational, law abiding people in power who meant it when they said that we could learn to get along, that we could have public schools, that students desire to attend faithfully in order to learn how to manage throughout their long lives, that we could have fair jobs and distribution of resources. And we've made progress through hard times in these commitments of our people and our government. But the scientists of the Red Scare, who reasserted their power after both the Civil War and World War II, came up with childish displays of their influence, saying things like, everything you say turns around and goes back at you, and you think you're better than us. They're talking about the Axis forces building an enemy within under the name of Casper, friendly fascist and the friendly ghost of a man they allowed to live in Argentina. The Beatles played a major role in the sacrilege of the defeated in World War II reasserting their power. The VW was called the Beetle, and that's where they derived their name. They came from World War II's disgruntled labor youth who were in solidarity with Oswald Mosley's Union of Brown Shirts, the British fascists. They came from Liverpool, where the Confederate Secret Service was, and they admired Adolf Hitler, as did the Duke of Windsor and Queen Elizabeth. So they named their band after his Volkswagen. They came to America after the murder of JFK because they wanted to be number one when they came. They didn't want to come here until he was out of the way. And they increased the toxicology of our society. They turned up the music and they turned up the reckless abandon. And they claimed that they were helping liberate us. Nothing could be further from the truth. During the occupation of Paris, which is what Trump was referring to when he called Paris the capital of Germany, a wizard named Gurdjieff, who knew Stalin and the nuncio and may have known Hitler, was holding secret covens. He was the guru of the Beatles. Robert Fripp's legerdemain was so pernicious, I actually met one of his friends from the occupation of Paris. And I know what he was teaching. He was teaching such things as that we are at the mercy of powers that enslave us, and that we should examine the forces that hold us in slavery. And in this sense, he was setting up the pimp collection process and the claim that the television tube is a mysterious enterprise from the beyond. Gurdjieff was one of the people in the inner sanctum, like the Thule Society, who came up with the idea of rescuing Hitler and pulling a Houdini with the help of Lenin doing the same. Errol Flynn is rumored to have met with Hitler while making Reagan's wartime films. Reagan set up the assassination of Kennedy while making the film The Killers. These were familiars of a Confederate enterprise that has gotten away with far too much in the United States of America, far too long. one wonders what they will think of next. For me, there's a very low bar on what can be said about a deaf man because, to their eternal glee, the city of Seattle realized that there's not any competence nor administrative will to competence when it comes to deaf person. They see no point in learning what pressures the deaf person is under. They see no point in learning the sorrows the deaf person is under. And they categorize deafness and sorrows and disabilities of that sort as a form of artificial intelligence competing for food in a food fight masquerade of the delicatessen that they control. In their insanity, Seattle actually poisoned me.